Hey everybody, welcome back to Jolly SEO's TLDR. We have Roni Calvo Barros today from We Do SEO and FrozenLight. And Roni, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really excited for you to teach us some things.
Same here. Thank you for inviting me. Really nice
Well,
to be here.
I'm grateful you're here because I saw your post on LinkedIn and you started to talk about CEO. And
Mm-hmm.
I think several other people saw the post because I noticed that's been going around a little bit, but not in the way that you used the term. I think some people just kind of reused it. So I really like what you're doing with Frozen Light. I really like kind of blending AI and SEO, but actually I wanted to ask you about CEO today. So could you just
Mm-hmm.
kind of tell us what does CEO mean to you and give us like a CEO 101?
Yeah, for sure. CEO is like AIO and GEO and all that, but I'm like calling it chat engine optimization. It's the the practice of optimizing your website to AI engines. It's like SEO, but for chat engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and Gemini. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I know we'll get into a little more detail, or I hope. But
Mhm.
like what are you doing right now? It's hard, I think, but what are you doing in terms of traffic acquisition attribution for your client work or for yourself? What?
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of like traditional SEO, we have all the tools already, like for years. And since AI started to enter our world and in my client's world, I'm looking for like the right tool. And I met a lot of vendors, and all of them have really nice tools in terms of finding the resources where you need to be cited or recommended, but none has, the prompts, which is what we always like we used to focus on, right? What is the keyword that drive traffic to my website? And
That's
now
right.
it's not what is the term or what is the prompt because no one has it. It's only like which page brought me traffic from AI engines. So I'm using still like Google Analytics. I'm checking which pages brought traffic from ChatGPT, Perplexity, and so on. And then I'm trying to understand what's going on there, like why these pages brought traffic and others not. And I just started to use like one of the tools, like PKI, just to understand if there's like any value of it. And they're, again, all of them are really nice tools. They bring you nice data in terms of like which sites to outreach or which like social to be active at. Um, but like I'm waiting for the prompts to come. And this will come only when ChatGPT and all the other AI agents, open their data.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a really nice spreadsheet Crystal Carter at Wix put together, and it was
Hmm.
kind of like input your client, input some competitors, and she had this flow where it created prompts. But obviously, that's a template. You've got to
Yeah.
really know
Yeah.
your customer.
That's right. Think again, you can take the base keyword and think of all the questions people can ask around it. But just like yesterday, one client outreach and said, "Hey, I'm on this on chat, but I'm not on this one on the chat. And how come?" And it's like I said, there are so many ways to ask like one question or like to get your information. You cannot be everywhere, but there are ways to do it, like talk to your audience the way you should talk and ask the question like they might ask. But again, it's like a bit of a guesswork. Yeah.
I think so. That's okay, wait, before we
Currently.
really like go
Hmm.
into the guesswork versus, SEOs have quite the SOP by now. But I wanted to ask one more question about Google Analytics before we switch topics.
Hmm.
Where exactly for the listener who hasn't started this process yet, where are you going into in GA? What
Oh, yeah.
tags
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you setting up?
not setting tags, but like we used to search for the traffic on organic search, but now it's like referral.
Yeah.
So you need to go to referral and then you need to filter out the specific page and then you can see like the path URL and then you can see the specific pages. You can customize your report with a filter like only referrals only from this website and then you have it like right away. I'm still a fan of Looker Studio, so you can do it there also very easily. Um, yeah, that's it.
I think that's right. Actually, I hope to be a new fan of Looker. I haven't been using it a lot, but we are about to build out reporting using Looker. So I think
No,
that could
that's
be a
cool.
helpful tool for us. Thank you
Yeah,
for
for
that.
clients, it's really good.
Hey, I'm so glad you're enjoying the video so far. If you want our help to keep your traffic trending up, please click that first link in the description down there. That lets you message me directly and I'll get right back to you. Looking forward to helping you out, and please enjoy the rest of this video. Yeah, I mean, I'm selfishly inviting you on to teach me too, if you can't tell already. I'm still trying to catch up here. So, okay, so I wanted to switching topics. I really appreciate how honest you are, and you're saying, there's so many questions someone can ask, and I think we're so early in this. Like we've all seen SEOs have the 200-point checklist or the 75
Hmm.
step way to create the perfect content. Where do you think we're at with CEO? Do you have a checklist? If you do, like how long is it? I don't know. I
It's like
personally,
take the general list of like the checklist that you say, like the traditional one. So this one is still valid, and we
yeah.
have like I don't know if it's another like it's not more to it. It's like a bit of a shift within it. Okay. Like we used to say, not we used to, we still say we need links, we need mentions. So now we need more links and more mentions. And mentions has more value than before because like before AI, we said, okay, you have a mention, outreach and get it like converted into a link. Now, no, you need to be mentioned, whatever you can, it's good. Um, or for example, we use structured data, so we still need to use structured data and maybe like more because we saw that Google, for example, with FAQ, you didn't have to have the FAQ structured data, but you still be featured on featured snippet and so on. And now it is more recommended to do it. And we have like speakable schema, which is specifically for voice AI. And so it's like tweaks within it. We still need to write good content, but we need to refresh it more often. And again, we did it before, now we do it more. What else? Videos, which is like we've been doing it for years now. So we need to do it again more because we see that YouTube is being cited on AI overviews. And LinkedIn, and this is something quite new. Like there was a time that you could see LinkedIn result on Google.
Yeah.
Remember this time? And like everyone started to do articles and so on. And now we see that only articles get cited by AI agents. And this is like a nice shift. So I'm like now starting to recommend my clients, whatever you have, like the good content you have, put it also on LinkedIn articles. And
Very
it's articles,
interesting.
not posts. Yeah, very interesting. And this is thanks for the one AI tool I like added demo.
Yeah.
MION AI. I will do their ads. Yeah. So they're good. Um, so it's the same list with tiny tweaks or not tiny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Because we do link building at our agency,
Mm-hmm.
can I just ask about something you said there? I think it's very interesting. For years, understandably, our clients have pushed back on the unlinked mentions, having zero
Mm-hmm.
value. The next layer of that is no follow has no value. We don't really need to get into
Mm-hmm.
that, but
Yeah.
You talked about the mentions having more value. There is a whole nother camp saying they think link building or even brand mentions will have less value in the future. I sounds like you don't see that future. I don't see that future, how brands can be worth less somehow. But I wanted to ask you specifically, and if you disagree, that's really okay. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
think brand mentions don't matter, we could talk about that instead. But I thought you were saying brand mentions are more important and we should do more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what about for the clients who their brand name isn't as unique as Frozen Light? Their brand name is more generic. We've had some clients whose brand names are, they're a SaaS deep pockets, so they bought a really cool domain that's one word that everyone will
Mm-hmm.
know, but it happens to be a word that's used all across the English language, and I don't see how they can help their brand stand out as a branded mention.
Ah, okay. So I
Yeah, let
didn't
me try to
mean
rephrase that
I
with an
didn't mean
example.
brand mentions. No, but I think like we're not talking the same language, if you can say it this way. Like you're talking about brand mentions as a brand. Like let's make sure that everyone remember like Nike
Sure.
or Wix or whatever. And I'm saying like even my name is a brand name, okay?
Yes,
It's Roni. And even small businesses that don't have like unique name, they can still brand themselves, right? They are a brand.
they are.
And then if they are mentioned anywhere on Facebook, LinkedIn, news, PR, other website like third-party website, it gives value because AI agents are still trying to understand uh, what is the appropriate vendor to list under like whatever question they get, like the prompt. And then even you and me, when we are so tiny, or maybe it's only because it's now like still the beginning, we can be mentioned.
Right.
Like we have like there's some like we in the AI sphere, like lots of AI experts are very proud of, look, I'm on the top list of AI expert in Israel for whatever, whatever. And they show Claude and they show the ChatGPT list and it happens. And it happens easily because you can just create these kind of lists in whatever site, even your own, and then AI will, pick it up.
Yeah. There's some people using what you're describing to say that citations, the directory
Hmm?
listings and these things are more important again. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think, yeah, also, I don't know if it's more important, but it's part of it. It's like part of the new algorithm, if you can say it. Like we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
define it this way. Yeah.
I mean, as you said, you're kind of it's the same checklist. It's just there's some new additions or section to it. So it's
Yeah.
not throw out the old. Interesting. Um, so I have a question for you because I've seen people on LinkedIn claim to know like how to rank, right? Or if we don't call it ranking, I don't know what term you're using, like prompt response frequency or like some people are using AI visibility. Uh,
Right. Yeah, yeah. Most of
so-
like this is what I see mostly.
yeah. Do you think what's your best guess? I'm just gonna say guess, and you tell me if you're like, I'm not guessing, I
Hmm.
got it. What's the algorithm? Are they copy pasting Google and Bing at this point, or are we starting to see Chat or Claude or Gemini kind of develop their own algorithms?
It seems like a mix. And again, it seems um like there was time at the beginning that I saw like if I ask a question and I saw like the same resources as in Google, and now we see a way more like a bigger variety. But it's still like the basic of content, technical, like infrastructure, let's say being popular or like being mentioned or being talked about. This is the base, and it still continues. I do think that there will come a day that it will no longer like it still be the basic, but because AI will talk with AI, and it's very soon, I think, uh, it might be that we will not have to, you know, do some, you can say persuading content or like talk to the user because you will talk to an AI agent and he will just need the really like the plus and minuses and that's it. So it will come, but currently it's still not, and the base is still the same.
Wow. I know we didn't expect the conversation to go here. I didn't, but what are you saying? You remember the shift from Google, especially the messaging was don't write to rank, write for humans. Are we
Right.
saying we're going to switch away from don't bother writing for humans, write for AI scrapers?
I think, but there are like two stories here. Like one, AI agents will talk to AI agents in terms of like whatever we consume, but on the other hand, we'll get more communities and more human relationships on other topics. Like in the I don't know if it's like futuristic where we will not work anymore. So we will do like things that are better for the humankind. So there will be more communities and then there will be more like you will recommend me things that you really liked on like I don't know in China, for example. Um, but at the same time, I will have my own AI agent that will do the, you know, the deep research for me and come with all his recommendation, but I will still talk to human to make sure that it's the right one.
Yeah, well, that
He will be like the practical one, and I will get the other emotional trust signals from humans. Which
I
I
see.
think it's the direction we've been going through for years now, you know, with YouTube, with LinkedIn, with Facebook, with Quora and Reddit, right? It's like questions and answers all the time, and now we see it both on Google, like traditional engines and AI agents. Like people still need to ask questions to people and get answer, and at the same time from the like big brain of AI. Yeah.
Well, you're managing FrozenLight, right? As a community space, is it something you consider the origin of the content, whether it's generated or human written? Is that a important criteria?
We are a mix. First of all, I will explain about it. Like the currently Frozen Light is a media platform. Like we provide AI news, and we do it with AI, still with human editing. And then we have like experts that provide their own insight on the news. So it's a mix, again, like I say, it's like a mix of AI and human beings. And the goal there is to connect between experts and you can say wannabe experts or whatever people want to learn. Like if they want to learn SEO and AI, we can teach them. And they can also communicate with a specific human being, not just like, okay, give me the tools and the checklist. I want to get like brainstorm with a human being. So it's a mix of.
Yeah, I love it. Roni, I just want to be thoughtful about our time here.
Mhm.
I always love to ask this question. Is there something that you wish I had asked that you thought, I wonder why he didn't ask this? Something you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I think like my question would have been like the future of which we just talked about,
Yeah.
like the mix of AI and human.
Yeah, it's a really nice moment in SEO where the philosopher SEO can have some time to think about what we're doing here and where it's all going.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's fascinating, basically. Like I think we have more um yeah, you can say philosophy, but it's like human related question that we tend to ask very earlier at age and then later on. And now because of AI, I think I think most of us, but maybe not. Maybe it's just me or people around me starting to ask like where are we heading? And whatever someone is like showing, some robot and saying this is the future, they will do everything instead of us, and then you can get the answer that that's okay. We will do some like great things, other great things. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. There will always be new channels to look into, new skills to
That's right.
learn.
Right.
Yeah. This has been great, Roni. Thank you so much for your time. I think the idea of CEO is right. I think it's somewhere we all know we are needing to invest more into. So thanks for sharing your knowledge so far. And where should people look for you? You want them to check out Frozen Light, your LinkedIn?
FrozenLight and video SEO and my LinkedIn. Yeah. Like I'm kind of active there. And then like talking on both. So yeah.
Awesome,
Thank you
awesome,
very much.
Roni. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again.